All right, I'm just going to see if anybody pops on. I tagged a few of these, so hopefully somebody pops on. If not, I'll continue on. I'll give it a couple minutes though. I don't see anybody yet. I'm going to be talking about samples, so my office smells really good. It is the first day of school, so you guys might all be busy today. Oh, hey, Sarah. So I'm just waiting to see if anybody else pops on. Oh, I can see comments. Hey, Sarah. How was Luna's first day? I have a bug flying around. I don't know, but I think I got it. She had an amazing day. Great. That's good to hear. So tonight I'm going to talk a little bit about sampling and, oh, you love her teachers. Good. Good. Well, hopefully she'll have a good year this year. I got a bunch of good kids on my school bus, so I'm happy. And it's easy peasy run. So tonight I'm going to talk about sampling with a purpose. Instead of just handing samples out to random people, sampling to your customers and to new people, but obtaining the information you need and what you should be doing after you've handed out the sample. So there's many different things that we can sample. Almost all of our consumables are sampleable, are able to have samples made of them. Hang on. Okay. Oh, okay. I don't know if you heard that music, but my headphone is messing up. So hopefully you can hear me okay. So anyway, there's a bunch of different stuff that we can make samples of. One of my favorite ones to make samples of is Counterclean. So I get these little bottles from the dollar store. If they have them, I will buy a bunch. But you can get them on Amazon. These are a 10 mil. And I just put a 2x4 label on them. So that's aloe water and cucumber, Counterclean sample, and I put a QR code on them. And I just say what it's used for. I also buy the little sample bottles. These are 3 milliliters, and that's the Fabric Fresh. I buy little Mylar baggies that are resealable and heat sealable. So I can put a liquid in there, but I have to seal the top, as well as sometimes I have to seal the edges where the zipper is. But I've done sugar scrub. they're not done yet, but I have a bag full of body cream. I also use those bags and I do washer whiffs. Again, the QR code, so they get all the information they're supposed to, the scent, and the product name. If you don't feel like making your own samples, you can buy them from the dollar store, from the Scentsy Success store. So they have the body line. They also have a dish soap one, pet line, and laundry line that you can do. You can also make cotton cleanup samples. So for my wax samples, I do felt. For my VIPs, I will do wax molds during the cooler months. But for the most part, and for all my mailers, I do felt samples because, see how thin that is? This mails for one stamp. So it doesn't cost me anything extra to send it to my customers. I don't put a QR code on these because I tend to do 3 of them and I send them what I'm warming this month. And I send them the 3 different scents and their descriptions with the information. And on the back of the card, I put the QR code. And then they all just fit into this little baggie. And then they get 3 scents to choose from. They can be warmed in their warmer without damaging the felt or the warmer. So this will just soak up the excess wax as it cools. Easy clean. So when you're sampling, always make sure that your information is easily accessible, whether it be your information at the bottom of a sample or a QR code. You always want to make sure your information is on there, especially if it's just a little baggie. You want to be able to QR code that. So using samples with your customers, you want to sample things in scents that you think they'll like, but is different product than what they normally use. So if they're strictly wax and warmers, you may want to sample the body line or the clean line, just to introduce them to something along the same line, fragrance, but show them we're more than just wax and warmers. If they're a counter clean person, show them Scentsy Fresh. Show them the washer whiffs. You want to increase your sales if you can. And by that is by growing each one individually by using samples. With your customers, it's pretty easy. You just write down what you sent them, whether it be in their bag that they're picking up or you're dropping off, or you send through the mail, which is something thin. You don't want to ever send big stuff through. If you want to send liquid samples that are spray, you do the little bottles and you put it in a bubbler mailer. And now I have a moth. Anyway, so you want to send them stuff that they can use, just a single time use basically. The counter clean I always do a little bigger. You can get 5 and 10 milliliter on Amazon that are thin and able to be sent that way. But you definitely want something that is going to do an area of their counter, not just this little space. So 5 milliliter at least. I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice today. When you are sampling to people you do not know, whether you are walking through the store and say you're in the Febreze aisle and somebody's looking at Febreze and you go, oh, have I got something for you? Here's a bottle of Scentsy Fresh. And you give it to them and you tell them to try it instead of the Febreze. The thing you want to do is you want to gain access to their information, whether it be their cell number, their Facebook, their Instagram, their email. You want a way to contact them. So one of the easiest ways to do that is either Instagram or Facebook. Just ask them, can I send you a friend request? If you send the request, It leaves it up to them whether they choose to agree to it or ignore it. So they still have that choice if they think you're weird, which most don't. If they think you're weird and they don't want to accept, they don't have to. But if they choose to, then you can make a note in your system when you get the notice that they accept your friend request that you met them on this day and this is a sample you gave them. So then you can follow up with them a few days later and see what they thought about it. I gain a lot of customers by just talking to strangers. Probably not as many as I should, since COVID at least, but we're starting to get back into that. People in line at the bank, that kind of thing. I hand out a lot of books or flyers or whatnot going that route. So you want to make sure that you gain their information. Another way, as I said before in one of my other trainings, is reaching out through Marketplace or different groups. You want to be able to friend request them, talk to them in Messenger, make that connection. Hey, Haley, make that connection so you've got a way to follow up with them that you know they're going to see it. Because our fortune is in the follow-up every time. If you do not consistently follow up, your numbers will not be consistent. One of the reasons that I have been successful with my numbers not being below, say, 600, 700 normally, I've had 1 month that has been lower than the 500 in the last, what did we figure it out, 2.5 years. I have hit my numbers every month but 1 month, and I was down with strep throat and bronchitis, and I took the whole month off. That was last May. Other than that, I have been able to do at least 600 every month, if not 2,000. And it's all because my follow-up. I wasn't doing parties. I wasn't doing a lot of advertising. It's me reaching out to my list of people and talking to them, not just outright asking for a sale, but building that relationship. Even if it meant I had to talk to them a couple of times or 3 or 4 times throughout the month to build the relationship before I asked them if their Scentsy stash needs refilling, letting them know about specials. It's our business is built on relationships, and we need to focus on that. And by gaining people's contact information allows us to take that first step and start to get to know these people. So hopefully they can become a customer. So when you're out and about, Facebook or Instagram is the easiest way to go about things. If they're more than willing to share their information, there is a contact tab on your PWS that you can go to, and they can just fill out their information, and it sends an email directly to you from Workstation with their information, and you can input it into your system when you get home. But for now, they're already in your Workstation. So that's a good, easy way. And then that one also will ask what areas of interest they have within our products. Let me bring it up. I think it also, oh, I've got to move my camera. Okay. I think it also asks what their interest is in joining and hosting. So the link is located at the bottom of your website. There's the picture of you, your name, your level. It says about me, and then it says contact. So you want to go to contact, and it's got the first name, last name, email, phone number, any comments, what are you interested in, subscribing to the newsletter, buying products, hosting a party, joining the Scentsy team, or other, and then send. So that gives you a beginning stage. And if they fill it out and don't hit submit, you can go to the comment section and write down, met in Walmart in the laundry aisle, gave sample of this, and then hit submit. So that way you actually have a track record. So there is that option. Hey, Kelly. I've gone over some ideas of samples that you can make at the beginning of this. You can watch it later. I'm just kind of quickly going over what to do with samples. So the number one thing is get the contact information of some sort from every person that you give a sample to. Marketplace is really easy because Marketplace and the groups, it's easy to say that they're interested, and then you say, great, I'm going to send you a message. That's the thing. You send them a message. Don't say message me, because they don't normally. They'll just go, oh, well, that's too much. But if you message them, even if they have to go into the other folder to find your message, they will normally reply back, and then you've got their attention, you've got their contact. On Marketplace, on the groups, I also send a friend request before I message them. So that way they see the friend request and hopefully will accept the friend request, because then your message will not go to the other folder. It'll go to their direct inbox. So it's easier for them to find. Hey, Ashley, you may need to watch from the beginning. I'm just talking about samples and reaching out to people for follow-up, how important follow-up is, and an easy way to get contact information while you're out and about talking to strangers. So one more thing that I do for samples as well is with the free host credits from parties, from orders that I've gathered myself and placed together, I will sometimes get things like car bars and scent circles and car bar clips and dryer discs. I don't have any dryer discs made up at the moment. But for my good customers who have spent, a decent amount, more than just a 6-pack, I will normally give them what I call a premium sample. And that would be something like this. This is a car bar clip. So this contains 1 car bar clip. I just cut the container in half so they're still sealed. And on the back, it tells the information about the clip. And I do the same thing for dryer discs. These ones go to people that I'm delivering or they're picking up. The dryer discs are flat enough they can be mailed for any online orders. The cotton cleanups, don't mail them. Please don't mail them. They don't fit. Okay, what do you need clarification for, Haley? I'd be happy to help. If anybody else has any questions, please go ahead and ask. There's not much really to go over for samples. It's mainly make samples that make you happy, that are not going to be counterproductive. Like, don't be giving out wax samples all the time to people who only buy wax. You want to introduce them to other products. So you want to have a little bit of a variety, even if it's only 2 things, a wax and something else. Wax samples are great for people who buy other products or who only buy certain scents that, give them a scent of the month. And that can encourage them. Hang on, I'll go back to that. Are we really not allowed to sign people up anymore for discounts? I haven't heard anything about that. Where did you hear that? Half the reason people sign up is because they're looking for the commissions off their own orders. We can't call it a discount because they don't get a discount. I can't see under my phone. News. Apparently the standards changed. I may have to look into this. As far as I know, yeah, there's nothing in Now, if it was a big thing, it would have been in the news section, and there's nothing there. So I think what they're saying is that we're not allowed to tell people that you can get a discount off Scentsy, because there is no discount. You can tell them that they earn a commission off everything that they put through on their workstation or their website. So they can earn a commission off anything they purchase, even for themselves, which is very similar to a discount. But a lot of people were getting confused with the word discount. They figured that when they purchase it, that it should be cheaper, and it's not. So there was some confusion there. I know that they were saying that we have to reword things. But they can still sign up just to buy from themselves. You're just not supposed to say it's a discount, but that you're earning commission off your own sales. So you're getting, you can say 20% cash back, because it's still the same type of thing. You just can't say discount, because there is no discount unless it's like flash sale, and then it's no different than being a customer, except we get commission afterwards. Does that help? I can get clarification from some leaders afterwards if you want. But I know that they're particular about the word discount. But people can still sign up. It's just, you can't, it's like misleading by saying the word discount. Let me know if that helps you, Haley. So, yeah, the whole goal of tonight was just talking about making sure that you've got a couple of samples to choose from, and always give your customers samples, always. If you can't afford to give samples out to strangers, don't. Give your samples to your customers. Show your appreciation to your customers and let them sample something that they haven't tried before, whether it's a scent they haven't tried before in wax, whether it's a few drops of oil on a piece of felt that you send them, a counter clean. You buy the dish soap or you make it at home, put it on a little sponge, put it in a baggie, there you go. You can take a sponge from the dollar store and put a bit of dish soap on it, put it in a Ziploc baggie, and put it in their bag with a label on it. And that's still good enough. And I was worried I was doing it wrong. That's why I never pushed. Okay, no, you're fine. Just don't be using the word discount when it comes to the kit. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I will see if there's any other information, and I'll get back to you on that though. Okay. But I'm pretty sure that's it. So just make sure you've got a variety for your customers. I'm a little scatterbrained today, first day of school. A little bit of variety. Introduce your customers to other products. That's the whole purpose of sampling. But always, always, always make sure you've got contact information. Other than that, if you hand out samples and you don't have customer contact information, you're literally throwing your money out the window. Yeah, it's like you just handed them money and say, here, take my money. It's the same thing, because you've spent money on the packaging, on the labeling, on the product to make the samples. So make sure you get those contact information. Anyway, if you have any more questions, let me know. And I'm going to go for tonight. I think it's going to be a bubble bath night. Remember, take some time for yourselves, and I love you. Bye, guys.